Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am freezing, so I put on my robe because robes are life. Robes are life. You know, I'm getting into the holiday spirit and I'm buying a lot of people books, and every once in a while, you know, I was kind of picking myself up a few as well. So I thought I would share some of them with you. This is it. This is what we got. It's just a little book haul. Just like a little, you know, like it's not a big one. It's just a little one. This first one I picked up, I wanted to read for a while now, and it is Zealot by Reza Aslan. I've heard him speak a lot about his research of religion / Christianity. So pretty much in this book, he wanted to describe the true life of Jesus, the life and times of Jesus of Nazareth. Heard great things. I've always wanted to read it. This came out a few years ago, and I will let you know what I think. So, I mean, this next one. It's so beautiful. I've seen the movie twice now, and I just love that movie. I could gush and gush over it. But I really want to get into the screenplay and just the little details of this book. It's just so beautiful. Just Art Nouveau. Oh, and the inside are cute little polka dots. I'm so happy that the Harry Potter Hogwarts universe is back in my life. So, I picked up two middle grade. These two series I've wanted to read for a long time, so I picked them up. The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I've heard amazing things about the series. I feel like I've been reading such thick adult themes that I just want to read some really good, fun story. And the next middle grade that has been talked about highly, and I mean the front covers are beautiful to these. The School of Good and Evil by Soman Shanani. I'm butchering all of these names and I need to look at them before I start filming. But basically all I have heard is that there's a school of good and evil. One of the characters believes that she should be in the evil school, but actually she's in the good school, and vice versa. And the cover is beautiful. All of them are. The cover has to catch me, so I am one of those people. I looked in the bargain section at Books A Million, and I found Eat, Pray, Love for $5. So, for some reason I don't own this book. I actually listened to the audiobook of this, and Elizabeth Gilbert reads it. And Elizabeth Gilbert is my woman. I love her so much. I've read all of her books. Well, not all of them. I haven't read Signature of All Things. I didn't read this for a long time because of the hype. I mean, it's freaking Eat, Pray, Love. But I will probably read this multiple times in my life. I love her. I love her writing. I feel like she can write anything. Big Magic is freaking amazing. But Eat, Pray, Love is wonderful. And if you haven't read it because it's freaking Eat, Pray, Love, I think you should get over that and read it because I really loved it. So, found it for $5. That's a win for me. So this next one I got from my Grammy because my grandma loves books about people. So anytime I visit her, I bring her a book about someone that she loves. So mostly it's a lot of Frank Sinatra books. But I picked up the Tony Bennett, Just Getting Started by Scott Simon. I don't know, I'll probably pick it up too. I grew up listening to Tony Bennett, and it actually has his paintings on the inside, which he is an amazing painter. So, my grandma always says that he was such an amazing painter too. He could just retire and paint. Oh, and it has one of these too. How pretty. He's kind of writing about the people that kind of inspired him the most. Like, you know, Tony talks about Charlie Chaplin, Judy Garland, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Cole Porter, Amy Winehouse, Fred Astaire, Lady Gaga, and members of his family. So that just sounds really interesting. You know, I might cheat and read this before I give it to her. She doesn't watch the YouTubes, so this won't be a spoiler for her, but I love picking up my grandma books. So this last one has been making the rounds, and I feel really left out, you guys. But I am not left out any longer. I'm going to read, this is a big chunker. I didn't think it was this big. I've heard the format is really great. It has tons of different ways to read each page. Well, I heard this first one, and then the second one is Gemina, and they have different characters for both, but it's around the same kind of theme. It looks freaking cool, doesn't it? I am really big on aesthetics. I apologize. Well, some of it is in text format, some of it is in document format. So I'm doing it. And lastly, I picked up my 2017 calendar here. I mean, Target. Target just knows my soul. Target knows what I want. I'm gonna write down like a filming schedule, because someday I would like to be on a schedule. Right now I'm trying to balance a full-time job with making YouTube videos because I've really enjoyed this. So eventually I'd like to be on a filming schedule and write it all on my calendar. I'm a big to-do list person, so I can write my to-do lists in here as well. Marble, purple, my two favorite things. Like, let's be real. I'm ready to start 2017. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, that I've been picking, you know, you pick all the books that you read, but I kind of want to let the control freak in me kind of freak out by having a book in a cup. I don't know, eventually I'll have a cool slogan for it, but I have my whole book list in this, I have my full book list in this cup. I thought this was very fitting. Begin, period. So my December wrap up, I'm going to pick one out of here and I will read it in January. You know, you can leave me books down in the comments and I can add them to the jar. I can let you know when I'm adding books to the jar so that it'll be a surprise for all of us. But I'm really excited about this because I kind of want books to find me, and maybe, you know, it hits me at a time when I really need it most. Just wanted to introduce my little mug with all my books in it because I want books to find me. And too, there are some books that are just, that don't sound like very fun to read. I would like to, you know, get into memoirs and biographies and psychology books and self-help books that, in, you know, in the time that you're picking, you know, between all these beautiful fantasy books, these middle grade books, that's the last thing you want to grab for, but they're all in here, and if I pick it out, I need to read it that month, and maybe it's just what I was supposed to read that month, so who knows. Like I said, if you have any book suggestions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you've read any of these, let me know what you think about them, and when I read them, we can chat about it. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday week. Next week is going to be crazy. I know we will have holiday brain because I already have it at work. But we will get through it, and the holiday season will be here, and we will celebrate with our loved ones. So, hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.